everyone, my name is Shani Tyagi, your philosophy and ethics teacher. So today we are going to discuss that how to plan philosophy subject efficiently and how to score good marks in it. So I met a student and he had a problem. He said that, ma'am, I do understand philosophies, I do understand their concepts, but when I try to merge them together, I forget their philosophy. The reason behind is that you are not practicing enough, you are not going through PYQs enough, you are not seeing my class regularly. And this is happening because when you try to understand their philosophy, it seems easy, but when we compare them, it seems very vast. Why? Because they all are criticizing the same thing and it gets confusing to us. This is why I come with these kinds of videos and you are not seeing them properly, and if you are seeing them properly, you are not implementing them properly. So now let's understand how to do it. We all know that it's a scoring marks, right? It's a paper which can like help you to score 300 plus if you are consistent, if you are practicing enough, if you are seeing my classes regularly, then I can guarantee you that it will help you a lot in scoring good marks. Next, we all know that it rewards clarity, structure, and critical thinking. This is not a paper only for optional. This is a paper which will help you. These thinkers will help you in essay writing, in other subjects, and when you are going to sit on that seat, when you're going to give interview, it will help you in that also. It's not a just optional exam. It's a paper which will help you to build your character also. So make sure that you are not only reading those philosophers, you are living with them, you are trying to understand their philosophies, then you are coming with the idea, then you are generating the idea, and you are implementing it not only on examination but in your life also, because philosophy is a subject which bees with you even after clearing the examination. It will be with you forever if you will allow it, if you will read it properly. As I've said it many times that this is not a paper, it has nothing to do with your academic background, because this paper talks about everything. If you are a person who is very much into maths, then welcome to logic subject, although it's not in UPSC syllabus, but if you are interested in it, you will get to do all those questions in my class also, because as I said, this is not I am taking like a syllabus, this is a character I am building with you. So make sure if you are from maths, then logic is waiting for you. If you are from humanities background, then all the thinkers are waiting for you to make you understand what life looks like. If you are a person who is from science background, let's talk about logic, rational thinking, gravity, science, maths, and everything all together. So this subject has nothing to do with your academic background. Next, it is a balanced conceptual math with crisp presentation. If you can have these things, then I can assure you that you are going to score a lot and lot better and good marks. Next, let's understand the syllabus and PYQs. So step 1 is break syllabus into paper 1, that is Indian and Western philosophy. Paper 2, socio-political and applied philosophy. Indian and Western philosophies, these philosophies you have to merge. You should understand why these philosophers are going together. You not only these philosophy, but inter and intra, both subjects should be merged together. You have to merge empiricist and rational philosophers. In Western philosophy, you have to merge Indian philosophers with all the thinkers together, and then you have to merge all inter philosophies also. And how that will happen? By writing the MCQ, by writing the PYQs, which I will give you in my classes. And not only that, you have to come with PYQs and that analysis also. It has been seen in 2025 examination that Kant has been repeated, utilitarianism is repeated. There are many concepts that are repeated every single year. If you can crack it, if you can understand it, then I can assure you that you will score good marks. Then socio-political and applied philosophy, people finish this very soon. In hardly like 1 month, they finish both the topics. The reason is they are understanding the concepts like very nicely. The other reason is they just want to finish the syllabus. So make sure, I am requesting you, make sure that you are not only understanding these philosophers just because you have to write the examination. You are understanding these philosophers because you have to live with them like through your whole life. Because these philosophers are not only telling you, you are not only helping you to score 300 plus in your examination, they will help you to build the characters, to build the society, and to build you. So make sure that you are reading him in that way. Then previous year question paper, as I explained it to you, you have to at least take 10 years paper with you, at least 10 years paper with you. Because if you are understanding that all the thinkers that are repeated, and you can like score, and you can have examples, and you can have introduction, and you can have conclusion in that, and in particular time, like maximum time is 6 minutes, right? But if you can do that in 5 minutes, then it's like that you are saving 1 minute over there, and that 1 minute is going to help you so much in another question that you cannot think of, because time matters a lot. You are like taking all knowledge with you, you are taking all examples with you, but the moment you sit in that examination, you forget all of that. Will that help you? No. So make sure that you are saving that 1 minute by practicing again and again. Then Plato, Aristotle, Kant, Advaita Vedanta. So these are the philosophers which are repeated. If you can practice these all together, then you can have this 1 minute, and this 1 minute will help you in other questions, and it will help you to analyze things more. Then make one-page summaries per thinker or concept. This I am telling you since my first video, since my first class, that you always should have one paper for each philosopher, and not only that, you should have more paper. And in a table format, if you are reading philosophy, then in a table format you should have, like if I talk about Western philosophy, then all the thinkers over here, right, and their philosophies that they gave, and other thing, all the philosophies that are like given by each and everyone, like in cause and effect theory, most of the philosophers gave cause and effect theories, and questions come from this, like in 2025 there were like 2 questions of cause and effect theory. So make sure that you are writing all the philosophers cause and effect theories. About the concept of God, that has been repeated in many, in philosophy of religion, Indian and Western. So make sure that you are making such table with examples, and if you are revising these tables thoroughly, then I can guarantee you, I can tell you that you won't get confused between these two, right? So note making, notes are for you. Those are not for me, those are not for your friends, for your family, those are for you. So make them as you feel comfortable, but yes, they should be crisp, they should be clear, and they should be vivid. Like, they shouldn't be confusing. The moment you read them, the moment you analyze that particular keyword, you should understand that these are the theories I'm going to put under them, these are the concepts that I'm going to write under this keyword. This is how crisp and clear that note making should be. Make sure that they are short, they are in bullet points, and they should have headings so that you don't get confused that what I'm reading. Definition should be there, arguments should be there, criticism should be there, and thinker and comparison should be there. Like in previous slide, I showed you that how much it is important that you are coming with a tabular presentation. Next, add examples from daily life or Indian context to enrich answers. This you can do. Why? Because the person sitting next to you is reading the same thing, is reading the same philosophy. Now, how will you make your answer unique? That will come with your personal experience. And how will that come? By learning more and more, by enrolling in my classes and have the discussion, because that's what we do in my classes. We do not only discuss their philosophies, we discuss what do you think and how will you analyze the situation and what will you do if you are in that shoe. How will you understand the concepts? So this is what we do in my class. And this is how you have to come with the uniqueness. You have to come with the concept of yours, analysis of yours, understanding of yours, and that should be reflected in that answer, right? Next, answer writing strategy, structure every answer. Like Kant has been repeated many times. So make sure that somewhere you are writing Kant with introduction, with example, with body part, and whatever theories he gave with the proper keywords. And that strategy should be, that structure should be there. Then, first of all, introduction. Make it as unique as you can. You can start with a quotation. You can start with writing something very inspiring about that philosopher, right? Then, main body. This everyone knows that argument should be there, counter argument they should be there, and example, as I mentioned, should be very unique and should be very crisp. Then conclusion, critical evaluation, linkage to contemporary relevance. Whatever has been asked, sum it up. Like very crisp, very clear, and very like to the point. Next, use diagrams and comparison. If you can give diagrams, it's a plus point. Start making diagrams like from the very beginning. Whatever Descartes, whatever Spinoza said, like Spinoza gave, like Descartes gave his mind and body, right? So make sure that you are coming with a diagram. Like Spinoza comes with his mind and body theory and includes God in it, right? And he tells about nature, right? So make sure that there are pointers, there are diagrams that are pre-made so that it can help you to analyze. Then practice 3 to 4 hours MOOCs weekly. You do not need 7 to 8 hours to study philosophy optional. Right? Make sure that you are studying enough to help you understand this philosopher. You don't have to even, mug up these thinkers. Mugging up won't help you. It will make things more complicated. So paper 1, focus on clarity of concepts, Sanskrit terms. Most of the students face problem in Sanskrit words, and in my classroom I give PDFs to each and everyone, especially those people who are coming with these Sanskrit concepts like for the first time. I give them this PDF, I help them to understand them with like English and Hindi, both translations are there, and it will help you to remember these Sanskrit words. And I'm again saying practice as much as you can, because even Indian philosophy, there are many concepts that has been repeated. So make sure that you are going through all those philosophers again. Then compare Indian and Western ideas, and this happens in my class. I do not only teach Western philosopher Descartes, I compare them with Indian philosophy, I compare with Indian thinkers, I compare with mythology, like whatever it has been taught in Mahabharata and all other stuff. This is what we do in my classes, so you won't face any problem over there. Then apply theory to modern issues. If you can give examples to modern issues, it's a plus point. See, the answer should be in 150 out of 50 words, and you have to tell that examiner that you know these philosophers, you have to tell these examiners that you know these concepts, you have to tell the examiner that you have unique ideas to serve also. And in that particular 5 to 6 minutes, 7 is not even our list, 5 to 6 minutes, you have to explain all of this. Now how will it happen? It will happen when you will practice more and more, right? Now, quotations, Indian thinkers like Gandhi or Bindu Ambedkar, their philosophy should be on your tip, their quotation should be on your tip. This will not help you in philosophy optional, this will help you in other philosophy, other subjects also. So make sure that these philosophers are, these quotations are like written somewhere, you understand them thoroughly. They should not be mugged up, they should be understood. So make sure that you are doing that. Then revise. Short notes are key. The more you are writing in pointers, the more those shorts are, you can remember them for a longer time. If you are making very huge notes, it's like you are reading another book. So make sure they are short and crisp. Link thinkers to show depth, right? Like Hegel's dialectics is linked with Marx and Ambedkar, Indian and Western, all sociological and political philosophers. Develop philosophical temperament, think logically and win neatly. So you have to decide how you should plan your answer, and what timing you have to plan the answer, what uh, theory you are going to take, and what are the strategies you are going to take. So these are your thing, your personal thing. Then practice previous UPSC topper, as I said. Make sure that you are going with topper's copy. Understand with what concept they like gave up with. If you can serve better than that, it's a good point. But make sure that you are understanding what inspired them, what helped them, what examination helped to understand their concepts more neatly, and what you are lacking, and this will be done over here. Then philosophy optional is not about mugging up, as I said. Understand these philosophers, they are going to stay with you forever if you will let them to. So make sure that you are reading them, you are understanding them, you are implementing them, you are being with them. So make sure you are doing all of these things together. And if you can like do even half of what I said, I can still say that you are going on the right path. But make sure that you are understanding it, you are implementing it, you are doing it. And one step that you should first start taking is coming to my classes, because I will help you to do all of this. I will not only serve you philosophers, I will help you to live with them. So let's do it together and enroll my classes today. Thank you.